Warm greetings from the high 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me. Happy holidays to everybody. Please be safe out there. This story I'm bringing to you is another riveting, horrific tale of child abuse, neglect in the highest form. This story is about two African-American vultures, savages, wildebeests, female and her female lover / girlfriend, cohort, co-conspirator, beat a child to death out of Gwinnett County. I will be playing audio from this said information today. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. News 11 Alive is the source. Thank you all so much.
In the death of 8-year-old Nicole Amari Hall. She's a little girl with autism who went missing in Gwinnett County over the weekend. Police say her mother and her mother's partner are now facing charges. Both are supposed to be in court later today. Mara Siriani joins us live from outside the Gwinnett County Jail with the latest on this case. Mara, so many people shared her picture hoping for a good outcome, and now these two women will be in court connected to her death.
Cheryl, this is just a devastating and frankly sickening update here that we have. And so police said that they suspected foul play actually very early on in this investigation. They say that stories just weren't matching up. Now, like you said, both of those women are locked up behind me here in the Gwinnett County Jail. They're being held without bond, and they're expected to go before a judge today. According to jail records, Amari's mother, 27-year-old Brittany Hall, was arrested Monday and charged with making a false report and child cruelty charges for allegedly abusing Amari and a younger sibling back in July. She's also now charged with concealing a death. This after Gwinnett County police said the child's body was found Tuesday morning in the woods in a DeKalb County neighborhood. Hall's partner, 29-year-old Celeste Owens, was arrested Sunday for making false statements and cruelty to children. Then Tuesday, Owens' charges were upgraded to include concealing a death and felony murder.
I said, no. She's not dead. But I was wrong.
Katie Fitch says her son is Brittany's stepdad. For nearly 3 days, she prayed that Amari would return home safe.
I don't know what happened or why her life had to end like this. And she was just sweet.
Detectives say Hall reported Amari missing Sunday morning from the Hometown Studios Hotel in Peachtree Corners, where they had all been staying. Family members devastated by the outcome.
And if Brittany's mom had known about it, this would have never happened because she loved those children.
And now an autopsy will reveal how Amari was killed. Police also telling us that Amari's two younger siblings were also staying in that hotel with the two women. Thankfully, they do appear to be okay, and they are in protective custody. But again, both women are expected to go before a judge today.
All right, we'll update what happens in the courtroom later. Mara, thanks a lot.
All right, everybody. That's the first start of this information, giving you the preliminaries pertaining to the two women being charged with this crime. I'm so pissed off. It is alleging that the child was autistic, African-American girl child. She had two other siblings living with the mother and a girlfriend in a hotel. They'd been living there about 3 months. I will bring you more information pertaining to that, but I'm just giving you a synopsis of what was going on. But what I don't understand is this relative that's speaking, that is the stepfather to the children, saying something about if Brittany knew. If Brittany knew what? She's helped beat the damn kid. Lady, what are you talking about? Y'all know how I am about these kids. Man, miss me with all of that. I'll get crunk when I get done reading everything, because I'm feeling some type of way today. News 11 Live is the first source. I'm going to play you audio from Fox 5. This is the child's bio donor female in the courtroom getting whatever from the judge. This is 7 days ago. This is an old story. This is a week-old story. I just found the story in the queue. I will follow it out to the very end. I'm just angry because I just don't understand why these people just keep abusing children, beating children. What is the problem? And why would this fat heifer let somebody beat her kid? She was beating the kid too. Let me make that clear in this live. She was beating the child as well. I will bring you information from an affidavit from the police that this well was beating her kid, also other kids, also alongside the girlfriend beating her kids. Yes, the grandmama didn't make any sense. I don't know when they interviewed her, if it was right when the children were missing, what, because this doesn't make any sense, because if the child is dead, how are you going to say if she knew? She helped conceal the body, dumped the body. I will bring you evidence to all of that information. The second source is Fox 5 pertaining to the mother appearing in court. Thank you so much for joining me. It's Everyday Shenanigans.
The killing of an 8-year-old girl made their first court appearance today. Gwinnett police say Brittany Hall reported her daughter, Nicole Amari Hall, missing in an effort to conceal her death. Her partner, Celeste Owens, is charged with felony murder. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes is at the live desk with the new developments. Deidre?
And Courtney, the women made their first appearance before a Gwinnett County judge on felony charges this morning. Now, at one point during the proceedings, the murdered child's mother, Brittany Hall, asked the judge if she would be granted bond.
No, ma'am, there is no bond today. Any other questions?
Brittany Hall faced a judge for the first time in a Gwinnett County courtroom Wednesday, one day after her daughter's body was discovered in DeKalb County. Gwinnett police say the woman told them where they could find the body of her 8-year-old daughter after her arrest Monday night.
Only a Superior Court judge sitting in your case can grant a bond. Do you understand that? Do you know what that means for you? It means you're going to be here for a while, okay?
Right.
Police charged Hall's domestic partner, Celeste Owens, with felony murder, and Hall is charged with reporting the girl missing to conceal her death. Both women face child cruelty charges for allegedly abusing minor children on prior occasions. Police say those incidents were discovered during the missing persons investigation. Hall reported her daughter missing from the hometown studios on Jimmy Carter Boulevard and Peachtree Corners Sunday morning. In an exclusive interview with Fox 5 on Monday, Hall told me she woke just before 9 Sunday morning to find the girl missing from their upstairs unit.
I woke up yesterday morning and my daughter was in. The doors cracked. I went outside. I went to go around the whole place. I went twice. I did not see her. I called 911.
During Wednesday's hearing, the women learned they would not be released on bond. Both requested a public defender. Both women remain behind bars tonight without bond at the Gwinnett County Jail. During a news conference on Tuesday, Gwinnett Police Chief J.D. McClure said his department would continue to investigate Brittany Hall's role in Amari's murder. At the live desk, Deidre Dukes, Fox 5 News.
Deidre, thanks.
All right, that is source number 2, Fox 5 out of Atlanta, Georgia, pertaining to this female and her lover, girlfriend, beating her child. They both participated. This is pertaining to Brittany Hall attending court. I will now play you audio from source number 3 pertaining to the girlfriend attending court. News 11 Live is the source. Uploaded 8 days ago. Thanks for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans.
Charged in connection with the death of an 8-year-old Gwinnett County girl with autism moves forward. Mari Sirianni was in the courtroom as Nicole Amari Hall's mother and her domestic partner made their first appearances.
Here at the Gwinnett County Jail, Amari Hall's mother and her mother's partner appeared just 24 hours after the little girl was found dead. Here they are in the courtroom. The child's mother, 27-year-old Brittany Hall, went first. She's charged with making a false report and concealing a death, as well as child cruelty charges for allegedly abusing Amari and a younger sibling back in July.
There is no bond on the felonies have been denied since you're a danger to the person.
Hall's partner, 29-year-old Celeste Owens, also appeared in court. She's charged with felony murder, making false statements, cruelty to children, and concealing a death.
Only a Superior Court judge sitting in your case can grant a bond. Do you understand that? Do you know what that means for you? It means you're going to be here for a while, okay?
Both women asked for an attorney, a judge assigning each of them a public defender. It all stems from the case of Hall's then missing daughter, Nicole Amari Hall. Hall reported the child missing Sunday morning and said she last saw her between midnight and 1 a.m. Sunday at the Peachtree Corners Hotel, where they had been living. Hall also said she was concerned because Amari had autism and was new to the area. The child's body was then found Tuesday morning in the woods in a DeKalb County neighborhood about 15 miles away. Detectives say they suspected foul play very early on in the investigation.
I think we all have family in and we recognize the innocence of an 8-year-old child.
The judge said a date has not yet been set for next appearances. Until then, both women will remain locked up.
An autopsy is still pending to figure out how little Amari died.
All right, everybody, that's source number 3, 11 Alive News out of Atlanta, Georgia. I've brought you 3 sources of information pertaining to the death of this 8-year-old autistic child. She was African-American, her bio donor female, African-American, and the lover also African-American. 2 sumo whales. Just ridiculous. There are lots of stories in the queue pertaining to this storyline. I'm going to go ahead and read you some information so you can get a gist of what was going on down there in Georgia pertaining to this child. If you want to donate to the channel, $BigAngie 129 Cash App. All super chats are welcome during the live. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me. We are now going to start with my next source of information. AccessWDun.com. WDUN.com is the source. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's very heartbreaking. Gwinnett mother charged with murder was investigated in the past by Family Services. When you open up this article, you'll see a picture, the mug shots of these 2 little sumo whales, Brittany Hall left and Celeste Alexandria Owens. She's the, I don't know, heavier set one, built like a broke down ass truck. Yeah, I said it. They're accused of killing 8-year-old Nicole Amari Hall, who is the daughter of Brittany Nicole Hall. During this article, you'll see the mug shots of both tattooed up. Yeah, real gangster. New information reveals that the mother of the murdered 8-year-old girl in Gwinnett County had been investigated by the Department of Family and Children's Services, DFCS, multiple times in the past. Amari Hall was first reported missing by her mother, Brittany Hall, and then found dead 2 days later. Hall and Hall's partner have been charged in the case. Now, state records reveal that Hall had already been investigated by the Department of Human Services Division of Family and Children's Services, according to WSB and the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Hall was investigated in 2015 and 2017 for her treatment of the girl. Another report on Hall was filed earlier this year. AJC says that the mother had even contemplated giving the little girl up for adoption in the past. Now, both the mother and her partner, Celeste Owens, face murder charges. An autopsy determined that the little girl died from multiple blows to the head. Hall's other 2 children have been placed in protective custody. Detectives say they have video evidence of the 2 children being beaten. Let me say that one more time. There is video of the said abuse against the said children stemming back from the summer. When I read this earlier, I thought I was making this up. I thought they were making this up. Because I was saying to myself, there is no way you 2 dusty bats film yourselves beating the child. Let me guess, you kept it on your cell phone? Okay. DFCS says that the previous issues against the mother did not indicate the child was in immediate danger, but say they are working with law enforcement in the investigation. This is the original story. Charges have been upgraded in the case of a woman whose 8-year-old autistic daughter was found dead in a wooded area of DeKalb County earlier this week. According to the information listed with the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office, Brittany Nicole Hall, 27, is now charged with malice murder and felony murder in the death of Nicole Amari Hall. The mother had reported the child missing from an extended stay suite hotel in Peachtree Corners on Sunday, November 21st. The child's body was discovered on Tuesday, November 23rd. This was last week for those who don't keep up with the dates. Hall's partner also been charged in the child's murder. Earlier media reports indicated Celeste Alexandria Owens, 29, had hit the child in the head several times, causing her death. The little girl's body was found wrapped in plastic bags in an area off of Stone Mountain Freeway. Hall, Owens, and the child had been living in an extended stay hotel on Jimmy Carter Boulevard and Peachtree Corners at the time of the crime. Once again, there are photos in this said commentary of these 2 dusty bats. Charges upgraded in this case of an 8-year-old autistic daughter found dead in a wooded area of DeKalb County earlier this week. Access WDUN is the source. Hello, Justice. How are you, baby? Thanks for joining me. I will now bring you more commentary pertaining to this child. WSBTV.com is the source. Channel 2 Atlanta News. Child found dead after being reported missing, died of battered child syndrome, warrant show. This was uploaded November 30th. This information. The arrest warrants for 2 women accused of the murder of a Gwinnett County 8-year-old revealed new details about the incidents. Warrants detail how Amari Hall died and showed a better timeline of when it happened. Her mother, Brittany Hall, and Hall's domestic partner, Celeste Owens, are both charged with murder. Police found Amari's body last week in a DeKalb County field. Channel 2's Gwinnett County Bureau Chief, Tony Thomas, obtained criminal warrants filed in Gwinnett County Magistrate Court that show the detectives believe Celeste Owens killed Amari, this is the girlfriend of the mother, striking the victim several times in the head on November 19th, and then concealed her death by placing her in trash bags and dumping her body. Brittany Hall is accused of murder by causing battered child syndrome after prolonged abuse. So this means the child had been beaten before death. Battered child syndrome. She's been getting beat on the regular. And on this fatal day, she was beat to death and put in trash bags and dumped in the woods. That is the sad information by WSB TV Channel 2. My third source for the article will be by AJC. This is the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I'm very disturbed by this information. I'm just pissed off because I'm sick of these stories. This was uploaded 16 hours ago. A mother accused of killing her 8-year-old daughter previously considered putting her up for adoption and had been investigated multiple times for her treatment of the girl, according to the state records. Amari Hall was reported missing by her mother, Brittany Hall, on November 21st, 2 days before the girl's body was found. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution previously reported Brittany Hall and her domestic partner, Celeste Owens, were each arrested on multiple charges before Amari's body was found. Their charges have since been upgraded to include murder. Now, state records obtained by Channel 2 Action News show that Hall had been investigated multiple times by the Department of Human Services and Family and Children's Services. A DHS spokesperson acknowledged that Hall had been investigated in 2015 and 17 with no results. She also said a report on Hall had been filed in 2021. So you see, you now have a DHS spokesperson saying that they were investigated. As we venture into this subject matter of Summer Wells in Tennessee, we have yet to have anybody from the Department of Human Services to give us any information of abuse of Summer Wells and her brothers. And I do think it's time that somebody comes forward and tells us if in that case there was actual allegations and what did the state do. Okay. Based on these records, DHS had no reason to believe the child was in imminent danger, and I just repeated it to you in the last article. This is what the DHS spokesperson said. We are working closely with law enforcement to assist them in their investigation and to ensure the safety and well-being of the mother's other children. 2 other children were placed in the state's care. So there were 2 other children living in a hotel with this woman and her woman lover. And each, the bio donor female and the lover, who's also a woman, both were beating this autistic 8-year-old daughter. Make no mistakes about what I'm saying to you. They both took part in beating the kids. Not just the autistic child, but yes, allegations of abuse with the other children. There is video feed of them beating and hurting and slapping, tying, oh man, I'm about to get sick. Tying wraps around one of the children's eyes, the lover, and slapping the child, pushing the child to the floor. They videotaped it. I'm crunk. I'm crunk now. Oh, man. Okay. We're working closely with law enforcement to assist them in their investigation and ensure the safety and well-being of the mothers of the children. Arrest warrants for the 2 women obtained Tuesday by Channel 2 revealed that Amari's death was caused by multiple blows to the head and that Hall waited nearly 2 days to report her daughter as missing. In the 911 call recording, Hall told police that Amari had autism and that they had been having problems with her. Later in the call, the 911 dispatcher asked Hall asked Hall, to give more details about the severity of Amari's autism. She knows her surroundings. She knows the person and stuff. It's her behavior, Hall said. Though police believe Hall knew what happened to her daughter, they do not think she went with Owens to dump her body, Channel 2 reported. Police said Hall gave them the general area where they could find Amari's body, but that Owens has not spoken with them at all. So let me repeat. Police said that Hall, Brittany, the mother of the child, gave them a general area where they could find the body, but that her lover, Miss Owens, has not spoken with them at all. And know that this content was just uploaded 16 hours ago. The warrants state that Amari died after she was repeatedly hit in the head by Owens. Owens is the girlfriend. They also accused Owens of placing the girl's body in a trash bag and abandoning it in a wooded area in DeKalb County neighborhood. Owens has been charged with malice murder, felony murder, concealing a death, making false statements, and 7 counts of cruelty to children, online jail records show. Hall is accused, this is the mother, in the warrants of causing battered child syndrome, quote unquote, through repeated abuse of her daughter. So the mother's now being charged with beating the child profusely, on and on and on. Man, I'm losing my way. Okay. Hold on. She's accused of battered child syndrome, the mother, through repeated abuse of her daughter. She's charged with malice murder, felony murder, false reports of a crime, making false statements to conceal a fatality, and 5 counts of cruelty to children, according to jail records. Both women are being held in the Gwinnett County Jail without bond. Some of the child cruelty charges against Hall and Owens are related to videos found by detectives that show Hall's 2 other children, a 6-year-old girl and a 5-year-old boy, being beaten, according to the warrants. Both have been placed in protective custody, the AJC previously reported. So now we're talking about an 8-year-old who's dead, a 6-year-old girl, and a 5-year-old boy, both beaten by the mother and her lover. When Hall's other children were taken into custody by DHS investigators, she told them that she had struggled to handle Amari's behavior. She also said she considered putting Amari up for adoption and had called 3 adoption agencies before changing her mind, Channel 2 reported. Henry Hollis is the author of this said information for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution.com. If you need any verification for the information that I've brought to you, thank you all so much. I'm going to make sure I'm recapping everything. Oh man, this is bad. I'm going to see if I've already played this before, but I'll play anything pertaining to the story so you all can get a gist of what the hell's going on with these stupid ass people. I think I've played it.
Appeared before a judge today in Gwinnett County in connection with the...
Oh, it fell off. Hold on.
Death of 8-year-old Amari Hall. Owens, seen here smiling and laughing just minutes before her first...
Sorry, it's buffering, you guys.
Appearance is accused of killing Amari.
Superior Court only a Superior Court judge sitting in your case can grant a bond. Do you understand that? Do you know what that means for you? It means you're going to be here for a while, okay?
This big whale was laughing and talking in court like she was at the candy
Owens
shop.
Is accused of killing Amari, while Hall is accused of concealing her death. Both are also charged with child cruelty and lying to police after initially reporting Amari was missing on Sunday. Her body was found Tuesday morning in these woods by the Stoneville Trace neighborhood in DeKalb County.
Sorry about that. I don't know. I don't like these videos and these articles because they always buffer.
Arrest warrants released today offering new details about how Amari reportedly died, describing Owens as striking the victim several times in the head. She's also accused of
Hello, Donna. Hello, Justice, Skip, Outlaw, DD,
concealing Amari's death by placing her in trash bags and dumping her body. Gwinnett police say
Sorry about that. This is by News 11 Alive. I don't know why it's buffering. That's why I played other videos, because this is these articles, their articles buffer all the time for some reason. Sorry about that. Hello, Janet.
Investigating Amari's disappearance, detectives found videos depicting the women abusing the children.
Well, thank you for your patience.
According to arrest warrants, in July, Owens walked over to one child and open hand slapped the victim in the front of her face, causing her head to whip back quickly. She's also accused of walking over to...
Hello, Janet. If you need to verify this, it's in News 11 Alive. And it's titled Warrants, Gwinnett.
Tightening a cloth around the victim's eyes, then slapping the victim and kicking him on the ground. And in August, the warrants describe Owens as stomping on another child's back with her foot and then kicking her in the back, moving her across the room. Brittany Hall is also accused of hitting one child, kicking her in the back, moving her across the room. Brittany Hall is also accused of hitting one child. 11 times in one instance, also slapping, punching, and kicking the children.
Okay. It's a 1-minute 57 video. They show the mother sitting in court. I'm going to go ahead and read you what actually was in this video, because it's buffering and it's taking too long to play. As I repeated, warrants have been served for these two beasts of an 8-year-old girl found dead. Nicole Amari Hall was found dead Tuesday, 10:45 a.m. Brittany Hall has been charged with concealing her death, while her partner, Celeste Owens, is charged with the felony murder. Thank you so much, honey. Oh, you can't figure out the Cash App doing this? Okay, sweetheart. Thank you. So Brittany Hall is the mother. She's charged with concealing her death, while her partner, Celeste, is charged with felony murder. Warrants for Owens allege that Amari was hit in the head several times on Friday, November 19th, and that Owens did conceal the death of Amari Hall by placing her in trash bags and dumping her body. Police said the child, who has autism, was reported missing early Sunday morning at the hometown studio located at 7049 Jimmy Carter Boulevard in the Peachtree Corners area. She and her mother had been staying at the hotel for nearly 3 months. On Tuesday, Gwinnett Police Chief J.D. McClure said they were told by the mom and Owens with the evidence in the case and determined her statements were false. At that point, our investigation transitioned from a missing person case to indeed a homicide case, McClure said. Outside of being charged with issuing false statements, Owens is facing cruelty to children, charges stemming from several other incidents with different minors. Police said many of these incidents were caught on video and discovered by detectives in the search for Amari when they believed she was still missing. The warrant claimed that back in July, Owens walked over to one child and open hand slapped the victim in the front of her face, causing her head to whip back quickly. She's also accused of walking over to a boy, tightening a cloth around the victim's eyes, then slapping the victim and kicking him on the ground. In August, the warrants described Owens as stomping on another child's back with her foot and then kicking her in the back, moving her across the room. Warrants also described incidents where Hall allegedly kicked and punched her children. And in one instance, the victim was laying on the floor and the defendant and mother of the victim stood over her and used a belt or cord and whipped the victim on her legs. Another warrant claims Hall walked over to the victim and slapped the victim 11 times on the back. The incident was video recorded. The other two children who were with Hall and Owens are now in custody of DFCS, and both Hall and Owens remain in jail. 11alive.com is the source. Let me give you my opinion. I will drop the link if you like. I didn't have any plans on dropping the link, but if you want to give your opinion pertaining to the story, just say you want the link drop. If not, I will say what I have to say and I will check out of here. Who the fuck are these two wildebeests? If you see these two stinking ass people, you will cringe. Both disgusting. Both are disgusting. How in God's name can you allow somebody to beat your child? How can you beat your child? You wanted to give her up for adoption, and that's what you should have done. But now we find out you are also beating your other children, Brittany. You let this other thing beat your kids, Brittany. Both of you took turns beating your child, and one is now dead, that you went and let this heifer carry your baby out in a fucking garbage bag and dumped her in the fucking woods. You should have gave them all to the state. That's what you should have done. And why are you sleeping in a motel? Why aren't you in an apartment house? 3 kids. Are these all the children you have? Do you have more children lingering around? Does Miss Owens have any children? How long has she been in a relationship with Miss Owens? Why are you all videotaping yourselves beating a kid and kids? What the fuck is wrong with you two? You're going to beat the children and then you're going to videotape beating them. Does that make any damn sense? I am so tired of these stories. Every time you look up, it's always a story about somebody beating a kid, neglecting a kid, starving a kid, touching a kid, raping a kid. What is wrong with you people? I thought Houston, Texas had took it all. Because there are no words in the book of life that can describe what took place in Houston of a dead child lying in a bedroom for 11 months. Children starving. Left in a roach-infested apartment. With no food, no nothing. No love, no nurturing, no bathing, no nothing. Until a 15-year-old decided he no longer wanted to be in that situation with his brothers and sisters. And amen to him. Now we go all the way over to Georgia with these two disgusting, vile beasts beating up on little bitty people who cannot defend themselves. Then we find out the state was involved in her business before, but they didn't see that the child was at risk at that time. Well, you know, we hear that a lot after a child has been found dead. Oh, I didn't think it was that bad at that time. Well, you can't drop babies off. You can't drop full-age children off at the fire station. The child has to be so many days old from birth to drop them off at the fire station or the hospital. But nonetheless, you should have placed all your children in the state's care or found an adoption agency to take in your children, because what you have done to this 8-year-old baby is atrocious. It is inhumane. And maybe perhaps we should find somebody to whoop you and Celeste's ass and see how y'all like it. And let us tie a cloth around your eyes, Celeste, and slap you in your face and drag your big ass across the fucking floor and see how you like it. How about that? Let's tie your eyes up and hit you and punch you and put my foot on top of your neck, your back, and drag you across the floor. Well, first of all, it's going to take a couple of men to drag Celeste's big ass across the floor because she's a heavyweight. She's a big girl. So you're going to need one of them little push shovel things, what you put leaves in, to pick her big ass up. Yeah, I said it. Despicable. Both of you. In the end, Brittany, you going down for the death of your child because you stupidly videotape you and this heifer beating your kids. So ain't nobody gonna sit here and think you didn't beat this baby this time. And it doesn't matter that you didn't go with her to carry the baby off in the woods. You are complicit to the neglect and abuse of that child, your other children. You are guilty. Period. And they rightfully have you and Celeste where you should be, which is in jail. You don't deserve to walk around. You don't even deserve to breathe. But that's between the state and God. It ain't on the queen. But this has got to stop. This abuse of children. You people out here that are unhinged, you got problem children, children with developmental issues, just take the necessary steps to place your children with the state or adoption agency, a friend or family, and bow out and end this saga of child abuse and neglect and murder. It's time for it to stop. You need to stand account for your ways. Okay, I can't do this. It ain't in me. I'm not motherly. I'm not fatherly. Whoever you are with a child, somebody else's child, hand the baton over to somebody else. And live your life. And let the child have a chance at life. Because you have robbed a child now of living her life. And if her mental development disability, was too much for you, you should have placed her with an agency and kept it moving. Hello, Reese. This is atrocious, this behavior. And I'm tired of hearing these stories of children being beat up, children being starved, children being sexually assaulted, children going missing. So this affection you had for your lover, how you feel now, Brittany? Because you had to tell on her to tell what the child was. So it ain't all Gucci now with you and Big Girl. And you had the nerve to file a false report saying your child was missing. And you knew damn well that fucking hotel has cameras. So I'm going to say this. Y'all beat the child where? In the hotel? And then stuffed her in a trash bag and carried her out. And 9 times out of 10, if this is how it went down, you walk by somebody carrying that baby out that hotel. Come on with it, Queen. You carried a baby out of a trash bag in a hotel. You put a child in a bag, carried her out. Had to have been an awfully heavy bag. But Celeste's a big girl. She didn't mind carrying out a dead baby she beat to damn death and discard her in the fucking woods. And the fact you beat the other 2 children, the mother beat the other 2 children. Well, it's time for you 2 to get some ass whooping up in that jail. How about that? Get what you gave. Rightfully so. If you would like to give your opinion, let me know before I check out of here. If not, I will end this live because I'm very perturbed at the moment. And I'm tired of talking about these kids because there seems to be no end in sight to people beating up babies. And I'm glad the state gave a statement that they were involved in this woman's life with her children, but you are day late, dollar short. Because now we have a dead baby. And we can't bring her back. Very sick and crazy. Yes, it is. Oh, you're more than a bully, honey. When you decide to beat up a child, you're past the bully stage. You're not fit for breath. If you know of anybody abusing a child, just drop the dime on them. It ain't snitching. Let me make that clear. There's no such thing as snitching pertaining to the welfare of a child. I don't give a damn who the person is. You know them, don't know them, related to them. Drop a dime and keep it moving. Because this is heinous, it is ridiculous and outrageous. Do I need to drop the link? Is there anybody that wants to give their opinion pertaining to this story? Let me know in the chat now before I check out of here. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And then you see the two pictures of them. It's just like, you've got to be kidding me. Absolutely crazy. Body would beat a baby. Frankly, they were beating all the children. So I guess nobody has anything they'd like to say today. That's fine. Hold on one second. Yes, it's very sad. Okay, well, I have more information I need to bring today pertaining to Jussie Smollett. I didn't go live pertaining to him last night because I was wore out with the other information I was bringing back pertaining to Summer Wells. But I will try to upload content pertaining to court yesterday and today with Jussie Smollett. I also bring you commentary pertaining to Summer Wells, something I saw in the queue that was not really important to me, but maybe important to some of you all. Because as I've told you, when it comes to anything about Summer Wells bio donors, it's neither here nor there with me because I'm not fascinated with anything that they've done or said. But that's the set information. I'm going to go ahead and check out of here. That's the set information coming out of the Atlanta, Georgia area pertaining to these two people who have abused a child. This information came about a week ago. It's very, very disturbing information that a child is now no longer living because the mother didn't deem her important, and nor did her girlfriend deem her important. And they decided to beat this child to death and discard her like trash in the woods. And also they were beating the other two remaining children who are now in the state's care at the moment. Brittany Hall, the mother, is in jail alongside her girlfriend, Celeste Owens. They are both incarcerated, and Hall's other two children have been placed in protective custody through DHS. If you want to donate to the channel, $BeGanji129 Cash App. Thank you all for joining me. I will be prepping myself for my other lives later today. Prayers for the remaining two children who are now in the state's care. Yeah, it's sickening because it doesn't really matter if the child had autism or not. I've learned with certain types of people, they don't need a reason to beat a baby. Doesn't matter if the child was developmentally slow, this or that, rambunctious. Some people don't need a reason. And in the end, all she had to do was follow through and place the child up for adoption. Frankly, all of them should have been placed because there's video surveillance of them beating all the kids and torturing other children. So it's not even just about the dead baby. The other two were tortured as well. And by the grace of God, they are alive. But let me say this to the relative who spoke to the news. Your son is the stepfather to the children. I don't know what that really means. I don't really know if your son was married to Brittany or not. I don't really care. But you don't know what you're talking about as far as if Brittany knew. Obviously, you didn't know Brittany. And obviously, you hadn't seen the children in a while because Brittany was beating her fucking kids alongside Celeste. How about that? How about that? So what the hell are you talking about? If she had known. Ding, 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 ding. She's in jail. You think they just put her in jail because they were bored down there? No, honey. They have evidence to the contrary. That Brittany is a relevant part of the story in the death of her own child. She is a participator in the death of her child, the abuse of her other two children. So she didn't get a PASS because she was a part of the abuse, which led to the death of her child. So obviously, you ain't been in the picture, and ain't nobody else been in the picture that could have spun this web to law enforcement before it got out of control. And that's another thing I'm sick of. Everybody wanting to give their opinion after the fact. I saw this. I heard this. This was going on. I heard a scream. Well, guess what? Once again, you too are a day late, dollar short. Your opinion means nothing. Because once somebody is put on the slab with a fucking tag on their toe, what you heard and saw yesterday, 5 days ago, is irrelevant. It means nothing. It means nothing. Happy holidays to all of you. Stay safe. Prayers to the missing, the abused, the neglected. Prayers for these children who are now in the state's care. God bless all of you. I'll be back later on with a live pertaining to Summer Wells and the search for Summer Wells and some information I saw in the YouTube queue pertaining to the house. God bless all of you. Be safe out there. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Thank you, John.